If you're drawn to quiet therapy rooms after dark, slow tension that builds with every unspoken word, and romance born from being truly heard, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is the story of the evening session I booked with my new therapist, and the man who refused to analyze anything except me. I select the late appointment with intention. The clinic's discreet listing catches my eye. Extended sessions after 8 p.m. No frills, no hype. Just privacy promised in stark text. Perfect for what I need. A neutral zone to dissect the knots inside without daytime distractions or prying ears. I've been carrying this weight too long. Insomnia laced with regret. Relationships that dissolve into echoes. A career humming on autopilot while I feel adrift. Therapy feels like the logical step, but only if it's invisible. The building greets me with silence. Glass doors reflect the neon city haze as I enter the lobby at 7:55. Elevators whisper me to the fourth floor, where Suite 412 waits, door ajar, spilling warm light into the dim hall. My heart thuds a little harder than it should. I push inside, coat still on, bag clutched like a shield. The office wraps around me like a secret. Not the cold institutional box I expected. Plush navy armchair angled toward a low leather couch. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves groaning under leather-bound volumes and framed prints of abstract waves and muted blues. A single brass lamp on the mahogany desk bathes the room in amber glow, shadows dancing softly on cream walls. A faint scent of aged paper and cedar lingers. It's inviting, disarming, already working its magic. You're right on time. The voice emerges calm from the armchair's shadow. I turn, breath-catching. He stands, white, early 40s, over 6 feet, with the kind of build that speaks to restraint rather than gym obsession. Dark hair swept back, faint silver at the temples catching the light. No lab coat or stiff tie. Just a tailored charcoal shirt. Sleeves rolled midway up, toned forearms dusted with fine hair. Top button undone at the collar. His eyes meet mine, piercing hazel, framed by subtle lines from years of listening intently. No clipboard yet. Just presence. Lila, right? He extends a hand. Firm grip, warm palm lingering a beat too long before release. Yes. Dr. Hart. Elias after hours, he says, gesturing to the couch. Wherever feels comfortable. I choose the couch, sinking into its depth, knees together, hands folded. He settles opposite in the armchair, legs crossed casually, notebook balanced on thigh but pen untouched. We begin measured. Tell me what prompted this, he says, voice low and even like a steady current. I outline the basics. Sleepless nights replaying old arguments, a promotion that feels hollow. The gnawing sense that I'm performing life rather than living it. Words flow easier than expected. No judgment in his nod, just absorption. His gaze never wavers, but it's not clinical. It's attentive, as if cataloging nuances I don't voice. You describe isolation vividly, he notes after my pause. Not loneliness exactly. Selective solitude. I shift. Fabric whispering against leather. Is that your professional read? Observation. He corrects softly. You chose this slot. Late. Private. It aligns. A flush warms my neck. He's already peeling layers. 20 minutes in, the rhythm shifts. He sets the notebook aside completely, leaning forward, elbows on knees. Distance closes without movement. His presence fills the space. Surface details are easy. What's beneath? I hesitate, fingers twisting in my lap. Betrayal. From a decade ago. It lingers. Details. I recount haltingly. The fiancé who rewrote our history post-breakup, painting me as the villain to mutual friends. The gaslighting that left me doubting my own memories. Elias listens, truly listens. Eyes narrowing slightly, not in pity, but recognition. You rebuilt alone, he says. Strong. But guarded. How do you? Your pauses, he interrupts gently. They catalog the defenses. Exposed. Thrillingly so. The clock ticks past 9:15. No mention of time. Outside, city lights blur through tinted windows. Inside, the world narrows to us. I notice trivialities now. The faint stubble shadowing his jaw. The way his fingers flex when I speak of pain. The steady rise-fall of his chest sinking unconsciously with mine. You're not jotting notes, I observe. Tonight's not about records. His gaze holds mine. It's about hearing. My pulse quickens. And what do you hear? Readiness, he murmurs. For more than analysis. I rise, needing air, pacing to the bookshelf. Fingers trail spines. Freud beside poetry, Vonnegut tucked among journals. He watches, unmoving, a sentinel. Boundaries are sacred here, he says. You control the session. Including ending it? Especially that. I turn closer now. Why haven't you? His jaw tightens imperceptibly. Because you're choosing to stay. The lamp hums softly. He stands, slow, deliberate, crossing to a side table, pouring water from a pitcher into crystal glasses. Offers one, our fingers brush, spark igniting. He doesn't pull away immediately. Most fill silence with deflection, he says, resuming his seat. But closer, chair scooted forward. I prefer truth, I reply, sitting nearer, knees almost touching. Dangerous, he warns, voice dropping. But honest. We delve deeper. My vulnerabilities spill. Fear of echoes and new connections, the hypervigilance that sabotages sparks. He shares sparingly, his own decade-ago loss, a marriage eroded by unspoken resentments, the pivot to therapy born from personal unraveling. Laughter slips in, dry, shared. When I quip about Freud's overrated couch. You humanize it, I say. You invite it. His eyes darken fractionally. 9:50. Session officially over, yet. Lean back, he instructs softly. Release your shoulders. I comply, neck arching slightly. His gaze traces, not leering, appraising. Tension lives there, he notes. May I demonstrate? Permission hangs. Yes. His hand hovers near my neck, heat without contact. Like this, he breathes. Inches away. Worlds between. The almost touch electrifies. Elias. Lila. Affirming. The air thickens, charged with the unspoken. Elias's hand remains suspended. Fingers a whisper from my skin. Close enough to feel phantom warmth, far enough to honor the invisible line. My breath shallows, his match's deliberate control etched in the subtle flare of his nostrils. The room's intimacy amplifies every microshift. Lamplight gilding the veins on his forearm, the faint tick of his pulse at his throat. See how it holds, he murmurs, voice gravel-edged. Your bodyguard's what your words release. I nod, unable to speak, throat dry. His proximity, mere inches, feels vast and consuming. Try breathing through it, he suggests. Invite release. I inhale deep, chest rising. Exhale slow. The tension eases fractionally, but awareness blooms elsewhere. The heat pulling low, the magnetic pull urging me forward. His eyes track it all, patient, predatory, and restraint. Better. Yes. Barely a whisper. He lowers his hand, not touching but trailing the path downward, ghosting over collarbone, sternum to hover at my waist. Gooseflesh rises in its wake. This is where most hide deepest, he says. The core. Analyze it away? I challenge softly. No, his gaze lifts to mine, intense. Honor it. 10:05. Time meaningless now. I shift forward, knees brush his. Electric jolt. He doesn't retreat, holds steady, testing. You're attuned, I say. To everything. Years of practice. A ghost of a smile. But you're resonant. The compliment lands intimate, stirring something primal. I lean in, elbow on knee, faces aligning. Breeze mingle, cedar, mint, man. What frequency? I tease, voice husky. His laugh rumbles low. One that disrupts. Conversation fractures into vulnerability's raw edge. I confess the fiancé's betrayal in fuller detail. Stolen letters, fabricated narratives to our circle, the isolation that followed. Tears prick, he doesn't offer tissue, instead his presence absorbs. You survived by cataloging threads, he observes. Smart. Exhausting. And you? I counter, wiping my eyes. Your loss, did it catalog you? He exhales, leaning back fractionally. Widower, technically. Car accident. She was the talker. I learned silence's weight. Empathy surges. I'm sorry. Don't be. It honed me. His fingers flex, reaches, pauses. For this. Permission unspoken. I cover his hand with mine, warm, fitting. Squeeze. The touch anchors, unleashes. We talk orbits now, philosophy of connection, poetry of pauses. He quotes Rilke from memory. Perhaps all the dragons in our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us act, just once with beauty and courage. Dragons or silences? I murmur. Both. His thumb strokes my knuckle, deliberate circles. Fire trails. I reciprocate, tracing his wrist. Pulse jumps. 10:25. Lamp dims automatically. He flicks it brighter. Shadows play dramatic now, sculpting his features sharper. I study him openly. The silver flecks in hazel eyes, faint scar above his lip, the way his shirt clings to shoulders broadened by quiet strength. You're staring, he notes, amused. Cataloging. Mirror his word. Dangerous habit. But his free hand rises, hovers at my jaw. Permission. Yes. Contact. Fingertips graze cheekbone, soft, exploratory. I lean in. Palm cups fully, thumb brushing lower lip. World narrows to that pressure. Boundaries blur here. He warns, voice rough. Good. His exhale shudders. Foreheads touch. Intimate confessional. Breath sink ragged. Lila. Need threads my name. Elias. More. Lips brush, not kiss tease. Electricity arcs. I angle closer, mouth saline, seal slow. Velvet pressure builds. Tasting restraints fracture. His hand slides to nape. Fingers threading hair, angling deeper. Tongues touch, tentative, then bold. Heat surges, bodies awakening. We break, gasping. Eyes lock, pupils blown. This ends professionally, he rasps. Tonight redefines us. Agreed. Hands roam emboldened. Mine tug his shirt free, palms splay over chest hair, abs flexing. His unbuttons my blouse, deliberate pearl by pearl. Exposing lace, reverent gaze. Beautiful, he breathes. Kiss trails collarbone. I arch. Fingers claw his belt. 10:45. Couch becomes terrain. Clothes scatter. His shirt pulls floorward, my skirt hikes. Skin to skin ignites. His mouth on breast, eliciting moans, my nails rake back. He pauses often, eyes seeking consent. Safe. Perfect. Pleasure mounts languid, fingers explore. Gasps punctuate. Climax nears, he senses, adjusts. Bringing me first, shuddering release. He follows, murmuring my name, body taut. Afterglow cocoons. Tangled sweat slick, breaths evening. Fingers trace idly. His on hip bone, mine on heartbeat. Resonant. I echo. Harmonized. Smile shared. Dawn threatens, tea brewed anew. Mug warms palms. We navigate this, he says. No analysis. Action. Choice. Precisely. The first blush of dawn seeps through blinds, painting stripes across our entwined forms. Elias shifts, propping on elbow. Gaze tracing my face like a new canvas, tender, possessive in its quietude. I stretch languidly, sheet slipping to reveal curve of hip. His eyes darken appreciatively. Hand following path to rest warm on abdomen. Morning suits you, he murmurs, lips brushing temple. Or after midnight revelations. I smile, fingers weaving through his tousled hair. We linger in haze, bodies rediscovering. Touches exploratory rather than urgent. His mouth maps shoulder, eliciting shivers. Mine explores chest, tasting salt of skin. Conversation weaves through caresses. Dreams deferred, future sketch tentative. No more sessions, he affirms, serious amid play. Equals now. Dates, I counter. Unstructured. Honest. His laugh vibrates against me. Challenge accepted. Tea cools forgotten. We rise reluctantly. Clothes reclaim haphazard. His shirt misbuttoned by my hands, my blouse tied loose. Mirror catches us, disheveled, glowing. He steps behind, arms encircling waist, chin on shoulder. Regrets? None. Turn and embrace. Kiss seals. Kitchenette brews coffee, black for him, splash milk for me. Perched on desk edge. Like swing companionable. He shares clinic lore. Quirky clients, anonymize. Burnout dodged. I reveal art passion sidelined by corporate grind. Sketches in bedside drawer. Show me sometime, he urges. Model for me, I retort. Ice promise more. 6:15 a.m. World awakens. Lobby stirs distant. At door pause heavy. His hand cups cheek, thumb strokes lip. Tonight wasn't anomaly.